All right, Smell Good family, before we get started with today's video, we're going to talk about a crazy Black Friday sale that is going on. All right, so shout out to my girl Jay Chantel and the Clear My Skin brand. She has an amazing sale going on over at her store, which is online, and it's amazing. So we always talking about fragrances, right? What smells good, smell this, smell that. But a big part of grooming that I'm very passionate about is just taking care of yourself head to toe. All right, moisturizing properly, grooming properly, all of that adds to your vibe, your mystique. All right, the smelling good factor is kind of like that final piece. All right, so I use this brand more than any other thing that's out there for sure. So Jay Chantel has these incredible oils and butters and soaps and scrubs, everything, and I have everything down below linked. But a special sale going on this Black Friday. So she has these lost scents that she's created and has never released to the public, and she's doing a wild deal. And I want to talk about one of them here today. This is called Jade Tea. Jade Tea. This stuff is sensational. You get some lemon, bergamot, orange, jasmine, amber, and musk in this 4-ounce bottle here. A little goes a long way, and it real deal gives off this kind of citrus tea like vibe. I've been wearing this the last 3 days as my moisturizer of the day, and it is fantastic. And she has tons and tons of lost scents that have never been released, and she has some bangers. She has, if you're more a gourmand lover, she has something for you there for sure. If you have a floral taste, she has something there for you as well. Tea taste, like citruses, so many different things. So Clear My Skin Black Friday sale, great deals, bundles are going on. I have the link down below in the description. Moisturize yourself. She also has butters. This is the new plum and tobacco body butter. Man, listen, this stuff is wild. Wildly good. And then the new Avenue series, one of my personal favorites is the 90 Avenue, and you get some citrus, bergamot, mandarin, pepper, nutmeg, vetiver, and musk. Fellas, looking for a daily moisturizer that's just not sweet or none of that. It is just a masculine profile, and it is fire. My wife loves this off of me when I wear this. So 90 Avenue is another banger. So check out Clear My Skin by Jay Chantel. Black Friday sale going on right now. All right, I have the information down below in the description. Take care of yourselves, fellas. Grooming is important. Grooming is important. All right, you just can't come out the house wearing 50 sprays of Sauvage and you ain't combed your beard and you're ashy, man. It's not gonna work. Take advantage. Check out Jay Chantel's Clear My Skin. You won't regret it, because me and my family, we haven't either. All right, now let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what is going on? YouTube, what is going on? All right, it's your guy one more time, Dedrick Hicks Jr., and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. So fellas, often we always talking fragrances, right? But I'm here to give you some game. I gave you a little bit of game in the intro with moisturizing your skin and grooming yourself properly. That is so key. Matter of fact, that's way more important than your fragrance. Your fragrance is that last piece, all right, that you add to your repertoire before you head out into the world. And often conversation is, do you got something that'll kind of, get the ladies to, appreciate what I'm wearing, or something for the ladies. If I'm stepping, I'm always getting something for the ladies, and I get it. Something for the ladies. All right, but today we have 5 fragrances here today that I'm almost positive. I am positive, but I can't guarantee it. You got to make sure you do the work. If you're wearing one of these 5, she probably is going to want to know a little bit more about you. These are 5 profiles that are absolutely capable of making someone curious about who you are, where you come from, and what the hell are you wearing? That is very possible with these 5 fragrances. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm very excited to talk about this list. I was very proud of this list that I put together. It's very good. All right, so from the first fragrance from the house of Maison Dorak, we have musker. And fellas, if you're looking for something that can attract the female nose, this is one of them, man. This beautiful combination of this leather with this coffee and vanilla, and it's like this unique mashup, man. There's this kind of buttery nuance to this fragrance as well, but it's a very different style of a leather. And wearing something like this, I can almost assure you that no one else is going to be smelling like you where you are. This stuff is phenomenal. So if you're wearing this out during this time of year, during the holidays, you're wearing this out to an event, party, or a holiday themed vibe, or something like that. You dress well, you groom well, and you're wearing a few sprays of this, and a little goes a long way here. This stuff is a performer. I'm talking about no more than 4 sprays. It's going to get you through the night and then some. All right, for sure. So this is one that has a mysterious factor to it. It's a unique gourmand, really focused on the leather first, and then the coffee, and then that vanillic ambery style really comes into play as this kind of proceeds on. There's this hazelnut kind of light chocolate feel to it as well. Very good stuff. And I'm not the biggest fan of the traditional gourmand. I keep saying that, I know, but I just want to, clarify where I am with my gourmands. All right, I like them a certain type of way, and kind of like in reverse. All right, like I like the spices and the leathers and the ooze in front of the sweet factors. And this is a very great description of what I mean by that. So again, beautiful leather. You get this coffee latte style vibe here. This hazelnut kind of nutty factor here. There's a sweet undertone to this fragrance. This stuff is awesome, and definitely could make somebody very curious about who you are. From the house of Maison Dorak, we have musker. I've talked about this over the past year, especially around this time of year. Again, a little goes a long way. This stuff is not played. Really good stuff. All right. Up next, good Lord, I just recently got my hands on this, and this is fire, bro. This is fire. My wife loves this fragrance, bro. From the house of Adamo parfums, we have number 5. Number 5 for Adamo perfumes. I've never smelled like an oud gourmand, but what this is. You get this beautiful coffee note in here. You get this beautiful oud, and you get this realistic dark chocolate note in here. This stuff is extremely sexy. It definitely has that mysterious vibe on lock. The curiosity meter is definitely going to be moving wearing something like this around people, but especially if you're trying to draw that attention from that special someone, this could be something to definitely help. The body of this fragrance, it has depth to it for sure, but it's very attractive. And again, this is not a fragrance for everyone. All right, the oud here is in the front for sure. The dark chocolate and oud are the opening acts of this fragrance, and then the coffee comes in. You get a little bit of the vanilla ambery sweetness coming in behind that, but oud and dark chocolate and coffee are the leaders of this fragrance. And this is one for sure, in my opinion, there's not a lot of people that are going to be smelling like this. And if you're in the area and there's somebody who you're interested in, and you make your way to that person, maybe get some conversation and start that going, hey, she's going to be a little bit curious of, who are you? Like, what are you wearing? Well, like, what's going on? Like, that is a real possibility with a profile like this. This stuff is amazing, stunning fragrance. From the house of Adamo Parfums, we have number 5. I love this stuff, and so does my wife. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance for sure. Unlike, there's not many people going to be smelling like that. They're not. They're not. All right, up next, we're going to switch up the tone a little bit, man. We're going to get into a more unique profile. All right, the note of amaretto is focused in this fragrance, and a unique cherry fragrance for sure that I was blown away by the very first time that I wore this fragrance, and still am. From the house of Electimuss, we have Caspian Cherry. Man, listen here. If you are out and about, for real, if you are out and about and you are moving around and it's a fun night out, like for instance, a lot of people like to go out on Thanksgiving night or that Black Friday night, that whole weekend. Thanksgiving night, especially when I was a younger man, we was out here in the streets. we were moving around, and Thanksgiving night all the way through the weekend, we were moving around. And this is a fragrance that back then, if this was out and I knew about it, I would definitely be wearing this, because you get this kind of playful cherry, you get some vanilla, some chocolate, you get some hazelnut, you get some white chocolate in the base. There's a lot of sweet factors, but what's holding it all together and it's making it unique is that amaretto note. Now, back in the day, I've said this before, I used to drink amaretto sours. All right, that was one of the drinks that I just would chill with. It's just what it was. I just loved the taste of it, and I would drink the amaretto sours. This reminds me a lot of that, and I'm telling you, man, even though this kind of has this kind of playful, sexy vibe to it, and it's okay, like if you're in that environment, holiday season, holiday parties, gatherings, and things like that, where it's meant to have fun and everybody's in a good mood. It's not black tie and everybody's all serious. Nah, this is a fragrance that can definitely represent. And wearing something like this, and compared to maybe, everybody doesn't wear fragrance, but when you go to events, most people are putting on something. At least in my experience, most people are wearing something. This could definitely help set you apart. And an aroma like this is going to be unlike anything else that is in the building that night. And if you're looking to grab somebody's attention, man, look, this is one for sure. Like, who is that? Like, did you smell him? Y'all know him? Who was that? Like, this is the vibes that this gives, man. This stuff is very sexy. Like I said, got a playful vibe to it, a unique cherry style scent, amaretto at the center for me. You get white chocolate, dark chocolate, you get some coffee, you get a host of notes in here that very sexy stuff, man. So big fan of this. I'm gonna be wearing this a lot during the holiday season, because it just works with some of the things that we'll be doing. So from the house of Electimuss, we have Caspian Cherry. Man, this is one of those ones, boy. It's good. It's different. It's unlike any other cherry that is out there. All right, up next, let's say you're going out on the first date. Let's say you're going out on the first date. Let's say you've got with somebody and you've been able to have some conversation, exchange numbers, and then hey, how about we go get a bite to eat, and you don't want to miss. If you don't want to miss, this is one that could really point you in the right direction. From the house of Boadicea the Victorious, we have the great, that's right, I said great, ardent. Lord have mercy. This is just one of those ones. Oh boy. This beautiful rose dripped in this beeswax honey vibe. A little bit of oud here, patchouli, very grown, very sexy stuff. This is definitely, let me put my nose in your neck type energy, or lay my head on your chest type energy here. This stuff is outstanding. All right, nothing but positive reactions from this fragrance when I've worn. As a matter of fact, I just recently wore this on a date night with my wife, and she complimented me throughout the evening, saying she loved this fragrance. Even when we got home later and we were chilling and watching a movie and all cozied up and cuddled up, still complimenting the scent off of me. The note of rose in here is not nothing to be afraid of. It is blended beautifully especially when you're talking about that beeswax, that honey, that patchouli. The oud in here is not offensive and not scary in any way, shape, or form. This is sexy stuff. And fellas, if you're going out on the first date, I'll put it to you like this. You going out on the first date, her last first date probably wasn't wearing Ardent. Her last first date before that, whenever that may have been, probably is not wearing Ardent. Probably not wearing Ardent. So this is something that will separate yourself, will create this kind of mysterious factor, will create conversation. Maybe after the first date, she gonna go tell her homegirls. She gonna go tell them, I don't know what that man was wearing. I never smelled nothing like that, but I need to know more about him. I need to know more about him. And that's real. It matters. If you coming in representing, dress well, groom well, smelling good, smelling like Ardent on a first date, man, watch out, man. Man, watch out, bro. This is one, and you can get this one for a great price online. All Boadiceas are not a house mortgage payment. They're not. You can get some for some really great affordable prices like I did with Ardent. So I'm telling you, she gonna want to know a little bit more about you, bro. From the house of Boadicea the Victorious, we have Ardent. Really good stuff, man. All right, and last and definitely not least, this is the most gourmand representation probably in my entire collection. And I'm a sucker for a few notes. I'm a sucker for a few notes in my collection, and this is one of them. This is the very best honey fragrance ever. I know there's others out there. I ain't speaking against nothing else, but for me, in my experience, and I've smelled quite a bit of honey fragrances in my career, in my lifetime of loving fragrances, but this is the best. From the house of Zaharoff, we have Signature Aurum. My God, look at that bottle too. That metal plate, crazy. This is raw, oh my Lord, raw animalistic honey. Right out of the beehive, snatching the honey, the honeycomb right out the beehive. That's what this smells like. I love this. This is the one or two, top two. When I'm feeling fly and want to create that sex appeal, depends on what me and my wife got going on for the evening. This is always in heavy consideration. Listen, this is not a sweet, synthetic honey. No way. I've shared the story before. My mom used to take me and my siblings to the farmer's market up the street when we were younger where we lived, and they had the real honey in the jar, and they used to put them on crackers and honey, and they would like pass them out to the customers at the farmer's market. My mind instantly went back there when I smelled this for the first time, like real honey, bro. And it has a host of other notes in here. The one thing that I do love is the nutty factor, to the nutty texture to this fragrance, like with that walnut and almond style vibe here. It's so present. You get this coconut milk. It doesn't come off like coconut milk. It adds this beautiful creamy texture to the fragrance. The honey in here is beautiful. It's outstanding. Trust me, man. You wearing something like this, you're being intentional wearing Aurum. This is an intentional fragrance. You are trying to cause a mild ruckus, especially if you have somebody in mind who you are trying to get her attention, trying to have that conversation. And once you have that, the probability of her wanting to know exactly who you are, like who is that? I've never smelled nothing like this. It's very high. Again, unique and not a synthetic sweet honey fragrance. Not at all. Not at all. This is different, man. And attention grabbing, compliment factor is through the roof with Aurum. I love this stuff. I wear this very situationally and certain times. Well, certain situations during the years, particularly during late fall and going into the winter time, for sure. But this is something that always gets positive attention around this way. And I'm inclined, if you stepping correctly, I'm inclined to tell you there's some good attention to come to you with this fragrance as well. From the house of Zaharoff, we have Signature Aurum. Outstanding stuff, man. The very best honey fragrance out there. Periods. Not even close, in my opinion. Not even close. All right. So there you have it, man. Those are 5 fragrances, man, that will have her wanting to know a little bit more about you. Fellas, come correct. Dress well, groomed well. You know, make sure your conversation is on point and, you know, articulating yourself in a way to keep her interested. You know, because once she looks you up and down and gets the green light there and gets to waft through you, it's time to get to work. What's your talk game like? You feel me? What your talk game is like? You know, how are you keeping her interest? How are you getting her to want to know more? You know, so fellas, y'all got to complete the process. Giving away free game. Be moisturized, all that. You know, I'm constantly getting men hitting me up in the comments or in the DMs. Hey, I need something for the ladies. I need something for the ladies. I need something that's going to keep my ladies' attention. Yeah, fragrances play a part in that. But that ain't the whole game. I might make me a Patreon, man, and give y'all some game, man. Just being real. Just give y'all some game, man. But anyway, those are the 5 fragrances that I'm recommending looking to. And plus, there's many, many, many others that you can look into that can create that vibe. But these are the 5 right here. It was just no-brainers to talk about today. All right. So hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. Appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all the love and support. I don't take it for granted at all. The support is always amazing to see from you guys. And we're building something really nice over here with the Smell Good family, and it's much appreciated. All right. So until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourself. Sales, you know, it's always positive energy, it's always positive vibes, and it's positive vibes only. All right, splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. That's for sure. All right, peace, man. Until next time, splack it.